"Are you enjoying the apartment, son?" It was my wife's grandfather. His smile was wide, proud. I forced my lips to stretch into something resembling a grin. "Yeah, it's great," I whispered back, leaning into the silence that thickened the room. But the words burned on my tongue. "We live in a basement." I could feel her eyes on me, sharp, accusing. The fork she had been holding slipped from her fingers and clattered against the table. The air froze. And then she looked at him, my best friend. The room tilted. Something shifted. "We have an announcement to make," she said, her voice unnervingly calm. Her smile didn't reach her eyes. I wanted to look away. I didn't. I couldn't. It wasn't the announcement that hit me. It wasn't the smile on her face. It wasn't even the way her fingers grazed his hand under the table. It was the weight of the truth creeping into my mind, slow, deliberate, unavoidable. My best friend, the man I trusted with my life. I saw it, the way they shared glances, the way she leaned into him just a bit too much, the way he watched her when he thought I wasn't looking. But I didn't want to believe it. I convinced myself it was just my paranoia. It wasn't. The anniversary dinner, her grandpa's boast about the apartment, the way she'd kept pulling away from me over the last year, it all made sense now. My mind spiraled. I didn't say anything. I couldn't. I just sat there, frozen. And they, the two of them, my wife and my best friend, continued to smile. They've been lying. They've been sleeping with each other. It was all I could hear in my head, and yet the room was dead silent. They didn't know I knew, but I did. I was done pretending. I had to know. So I started, quietly. I didn't confront her. I didn't confront him. I just watched. I followed her phone usage. I checked the texts when she was asleep, made sure her social media was synchronized with mine. Nothing blatant, just small things. I observed their meetings, their stolen moments, long lunches, private conversations that ended as soon as I entered the room. I needed confirmation. The DNA test I had run wasn't for our child, though that was always in the back of my mind. No, I needed to know about her. I called her grandpa's lawyer, the one who had told me so proudly that they had bought me the apartment, the one who had made a point to speak of it, a gesture of generosity. I watched as she didn't bat an eyelash when I asked her about it, though it should have been a red flag. The deeper I dug, the more I found. Hotel receipts, secret messages. They were careful, too careful. But I was smarter. I had everything I needed, and they would never see me coming. I stood there, holding the final piece of evidence, the last text message from her, the one that sealed it. I didn't speak. I just handed it to her. "I love you. I don't care about him. We'll figure it out soon. I promise." Her face drained of color as she took it. She looked at me, but it wasn't the look I expected. There was no guilt, no regret, only fear. I waited, silent. She started to speak, but the words caught in her throat. She looked at him. Her voice broke. "He's known, hasn't he?" she whispered. I didn't answer. I didn't need to. I already knew the truth. My best friend, my wife, and I was just standing there, calm, detached. They were the ones trembling now. She stood. I didn't move, not a muscle. I didn't shout. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't need to. I'd won, and I knew it. I had everything in my hands. The power was mine now. She looked at me, desperately trying to find something, anything, to fix it. But there was nothing left to fix. I was already done. "I hope it was worth it," I said, my voice cold, distant. She shook her head. She was breaking. I didn't care. I turned and walked away. I didn't need to confront him. I didn't need to yell or break something. I had already destroyed them with silence. They thought they'd won, but I was leaving. I was done, and they would never recover. As I walked out the door, I felt nothing. No satisfaction, no anger, just a clean, unshakable clarity. They had crossed a line, but I had never been on the same side as them. I had watched them destroy everything. But in the end, it wasn't my destruction, it was theirs. I was free now, and they were just a memory. I would walk away, and they would never know peace again. Because when you know the truth, it's not about revenge, it's about control. And I had it all.